The fourth element of poetry is imagery. When we think of imagery, think of the base word, image. An image is something that you can look at, a picture of some sort. So imagery falls right along those lines. It's language that appeals to your five senses, words that the author uses to help create a picture in your mind. And those five senses are sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. So we're looking for descriptions of how things sound, how they look, how they smell, how they taste, or how they feel. Sunday afternoon. After a day of rain, gray skies bend to greet me on the front porch. I'm looking here for an example of something that I can visualize, either with any of my senses. So, as I'm reading this, as the reader, I can imagine someone walking outside after being stuck indoors after a rainy day, and the sky is filled with gray clouds. You'll notice that my explanation is a lot more, it takes a lot more words in explaining than what the poem says. So I'm trying to explain as the writer, as the reader, what I'm able to visualize in my mind based on the author's words. And that's kind of what makes writing poetry so challenging, is because a poet really doesn't have a paragraph to express his ideas. He only has maybe 3 or 4 words or one line to get his point across. Here's another example. Who has seen the wind? Neither I nor you. But when the leaves hang trembling, the wind is passing through. Who has seen the wind? Neither you or I. But when the trees hang down their head, the wind is passing by. When I see that quote, leaves hang trembling, and I want you to notice how when I recopy it there, I put the quotation marks around it to indicate those are not my words. I'm taking those words directly from the poem. They're the author's words. Leaves hang trembling. They're in the first stanza. As I read those words, in my mind, I'm thinking that it helps appeal to the sense of sight. I, as the reader, can visualize leaves hanging on the tree and shaking as the wind blows them. Again, my explanation really comes from 3 words that the author wrote, but my explanation is a lot longer than that. Okay, so when you remember imagery, think of the word image.